So we're in Scotch Village today, John.
Yes, we are at the Nelson Burying Ground, also known as the Campbellite Burying Ground. As you can see, Irvin is fairly well maintained, although some of the stones are broken or tipped over. But there are mysteries about this burying ground. John Duncanson in 1982 surveyed this, but he only has the Harvey stones, which are the ones way over there.
Is there more than one stone there, John?
Two stones.
Two stones there? Okay.
And the Nelson stone, which is up there on the hill, which I see it's a family plot.
Yeah.
Now, place it's called the Campbellites. The church had at least three names. There was the Church of Christ, the Disciples of Christ, and the Campbellites. And it appears that they were started in Scotland or Ireland. It was an offshoot of the Baptists, and it was started in the early 19th century, 1830 or something like that. There's a truck coming here, so I'm going to stop talking for a second here, Irvin.
Yeah.
And I did a bit of reading on it, but I'm not much on theology. But there's a story on why they separated from the Baptist Church, and it eventually came to North America. It seems that it was started in maybe Pennsylvania or somewhere, and the person who started it in Pennsylvania, his name was Campbell. So some of the churches were named Campbellite churches, which was this one as well. But it was really, now I should say that the Disciples of Christ or the Church of Christ, there are still churches around the area. There's one in West Gore, and there are some others around Nova Scotia. But this one is a bit of a mystery, and all that I can find out about it is that it appears that I've got it in the
land grants.
No. It was sometime in the 1800s. There were several parishioners of the Baptist Church here in Scotch Village broke away from the church and formed the Campbellite movement. But they only they had a meeting house, because it's mentioned that it had a meeting house, but it only lasted about 10 years because the meeting house burned. And then the people who belonged to the Campbellites went back with the Baptists. That seems to be all that I can know about it. But when we're looking here in the spring, we can notice that there's a nice piece of flat ground here, and it almost looks like there's an outline of a
Sure does.
So we're wondering if the meeting house wasn't here. Maybe somebody from the area can fill us in.
We always learn more after we do a post than before we even start. So
I should say that there were some Casey's buried here, and there are quite a few Anthony's buried here, although John doesn't have them on his, Duncanson doesn't have them on his list.
Yeah. I think that's it. Casey's and Anthony's. Every one of these headstones are all Anthony's
all related to the Anthony's. So, a mystery that we need some help with. Help.
So I guess we're going to walk away from this video with, was there a church here? We're not really sure. We're looking at what looks like could possibly be. There's a rectangle about the size of a church that would be
a meeting house.
A meeting house of some type.
Yeah.
And what else? Anybody that can add anything to these videos, that's what's important about these videos is we've created an environment where everybody can come on and feel free to tell a little bit, to add a little bit, and we put it all together. we don't come onto these videos and say we know this. We just we know what we have in writing, and that's it. And it's
very, in this case, very little.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
little here on
yeah.
this.
But we also
I
know
certainly
this
don't
is Scotch Village is full of history.
Yes, it is.
It's
well, it was the second Baptist church, I think, in Canada. Anyway, it was in Scotch Village.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, hopefully, lots of people will help us out, and we can learn a little more about the Campbellite
Campbellite movement. Yes.
Yeah.
Or the Church of Christ, or the Disciples of Christ, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Right on.
Help.